Alright, hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and welcome back to the Ni No Kuni, the Wrath of the White Witch Let's Play. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, we have a brand new familiar known as Binge, which we are going to have him alongside within our team for this upcoming boss battle, which that is going to be known as Hickory Doc, a mouse boss that is going to be here. And it looks like it's going to be King Tom versus Hickory Doc out here, and he does have that wand that we do need to go and pick up from him. Now, with these two videos for today, not only are we going to be doing our time out here with Ni No Kuni, but we are also going to have to go and jump on into some more of the Ocarina of Time Let's Play as well. We are going to have to continue onwards with more of the Fire Temple, and oh no, King Tom! Oh man. Well, it looks like it's going to be our job to go and take on with this guy here.
That'll teach you to turn your back on me, you old tomfool, you.
Now, let me just say that this boss can get a little bit tricky here because he does have one annoying move known as Tailspin, which we'll be seeing that a little bit later throughout at this time.
No, we
Uh-oh. Yep, so just kind of like what happened with Yokai Watch with those random jump scares right there. Now, let me just say that when you go and start off with the battle right here, this man just goes and just absolutely starts wrecking havoc with you right at the very beginning of the get-go. So you just make sure to just at least try to dodge around as best as you can. Now, during the time that is going to happen right here, though, we're going to get ourselves into this tailspin attack, which completely confuses out any one of your familiars here, and that's not good. But looks like Drippy's going to help out in the situation and then kind of let us know about what happens when we get confused. So if we ever do get ourselves confused for whatever reason by Hickory Doc or any other type of bosses that are going to be showing up or enemies, we could go and quickly switch around between our two other familiars so that we don't have to really worry about with that type of situation from there. But pretty soon we're almost about to be knocking out Hickory Doc, so that's going to be pretty nice. And now I don't really have the brand new equipment for Binge right now. I will be picking that up within the episode before we go and start reaching off into our next destination area, which that is going to be known as the Golden Grove, which there's going to be plenty of new familiars to go and do some battles with. So I will be showing you guys majority of all the different type of creatures that you can go and find within that area. And again, also we're confused, so we kind of have to kind of get on out of that confusion for the time being. Now, just also as a reminder, even also for myself as well too, is that at some point when our familiars start running out of stamina, we have to kind of wait a little bit until we can go and do another attack at some point. But at least the good thing is that we didn't have to run out of stamina too much from there. But we did go and regain back some of our attack power from that way, so that we did get ourselves with the W, and we got ourselves some brand new levels as well too. So very nice. Alright, and off that guy goes. But hopefully we can go and try to help him with King Tom here. Yeah, come on, just pull it together there, man. You need to give us that wand as our reward. Because I don't really need to use this wooden stick anymore. Because, like, the stick that I have just does not do a lot of damage as it does. We've already kind of seen that already happen from before, right?
The Zodiacs are assembled. Your Radiance?
I thank you all for attending.
So there's that white witch out here. Now I believe this part in particular is going to be our time when we are going to be having to go and meet up with Shadar at this point. And we're going to finally be interacting and seeing who this guy is all about to begin off with here. And there he is. There's this weird, creepy monstrosity guy that's out here, huh?
The so-called savior from the other world. He must be destroyed. Shadar, it is time that you proved yourself worthy of the title of Executor.
Well, that seems pretty terrifying.
On one condition.
Ha! The insolence! He presumes to bargain with our queen?
Well, I believe that bargain is that he wants to go and just work alone. He doesn't need anybody else around here to go and try to help him out.
You entrust this task to me and me alone. Hear me, members of the council. I have no need of your aid.
He thinks himself our equal? What gives him the right?
He is either very brave or
Well, if this man literally thinks that he could go and do this alone, then he may probably have some really crazy powers that's going to happen later on throughout here.
Very well. You will have your wish, Shadar. I entrust the task entirely to you. teach those who speak of a savior the futility of their hope.
It shall be done. This Oliver, this savior, I will taint his heart with the blackness of...
Oh, man. Well, hopefully we do not get ourselves tainted with that black of darkness that's going to happen. But here we go. So now we're back over at the castle once more, back over at King Tom's place. And let's go and finally get our trusty brand new wand. And there it is.
This is one's magic wand. When one was a kitten, one ran quite wild with the old thing. Here, it is yours now.
Thank you very much, Your Majesty.
If you know who finds out about this, one fears we shall both live to regret it. But one could hardly say no to one so very pure.
Which I'm pretty much certain that you may probably be talking about who Sadar is.
You know who? You mean Shadar, don't you?
There's no need to say it out loud, is there? But yes, that is who one means.
Your Majesty, you've gone and given him the wand.
Now, I believe we are going to get ourselves a brand new spell as well, too. Which that is going to be known as the Frostbite spell. So now we actually have both fire and also with ice. So that's going to be really nice to go and have from here. And there we go. There's the Frostbite spell. Okay, so now I believe what is going to happen here is that we're going to go and start reaching our beeline back outside of this, well, out of where Ding Dong Dell is going to be. And we're going to have to go and reach on over back to where the weapon shop is going to happen, because we are now going to go and pick up with the brand new equipment for Binge. And we can finally at least try to up his attack a little bit more for the other different battles that are going to happen throughout our way. So let's go and jump right on into it. Okay, so also I just need to kind of also remember that within the equipments that we do need, there is one thing that we do have to go and pick up for Oliver, and I believe that's like around like 200 amount of gil, so we have to go and make sure to come back for that a little bit later. Or to say for gold. I think this is what the game is all about, gold, not gil. I guess it's the same exact type of currency, right? But there we go. So now since we got that all taken care of, we got that all equipment out from here. So now it's onwards back to the overworld. You can do some extra training if you want to, but again, there's nothing really too much out of the ordinary that you really want to go and do out here, because all these battles now, compared to how they were from before, these guys are like super easy. One little attack and those guys are basically done from there. But welcome to the Golden Grove. Now, there's going to be some brand new type of features that we're going to be kind of seeing around throughout here in this area. And we're going to be learning how to do the different mushroom hopping that is going to be happening around in some different locations. Now, there is going to be a save point here, so that's pretty nice. You can always get yourself quickly healed up if you guys don't know what the save points do. We've already kind of went through that from before. So if you ever feel like you're in need to go and do some healing up, you can go ahead and do so. There is a somewhat of a shop that you can go and buy for extra breads and other things. I believe that's where that same lady was at back over at Ding Dong Dell. So if you ever do want to go and buy yourself with some extra MP or extra HP for different healing of different things, go and talk to that lady and she'll help you out with that. So now I think this is where we're going to kind of see what the magic wand is all about. So it actually pluses 6 up for our different stats right there. So that's pretty cool. It also gets ourselves a little bit of some magic attack as well. I think so, right? Because we have like magic attack and magic defense or something. So now we got ourselves something again like Dark Cloud 2. We kind of have to judge exactly where we have to go. But at least the good thing is that every type of dungeon that we walk on into does have a waypoint for us, so we know exactly what to go and do from here. So this is one of the first of the brand new enemies to be showing up. This is known as Incy. A little bit of a trickier type of enemy to go and battle around within here, but again, if you do have some proper magic spells and other things, you should be able to have this battle done out here within no time. So there we go, just like that. And we're going to have to go switch around here. Let's bring out with King, our main familiar that we've been using out here so far. And just like that, that's already been destroyed. So very nice. All right, pretty cool. Let's see how much EXP that we can go and grab. 21. Okay. Getting a little bit higher there. And it looks like these guys also dropped some iced coffee too. So not just only with those rabots that we went and bowed out with during the Ding Dong Well, but these guys also dropped some iced coffee too. Now within here on the Golden Grove, we are going to be getting another type of familiar, or we'll be meeting up with the familiar, but we won't be adding him, or yeah, we won't be adding this type of familiar, not yet, until like I want to say maybe later throughout the next episode or something around there. But there we go. So that was also our new enemy there, and it looks like Binge did his job, so very good. But no level ups just yet, but we'll have to see what happens there. Okay, so after a little bit of some walking around, there's also another new one. We got ourselves with Sorbor and also with Napcap. I want to say both of these two guys, they take a little while to try to whittle down. But they also kind of have some sort of lower defense or some sort of lower type of stats here. Now he does have that type of special attack where it kind of does like a little bit of some damage there for Sorbor. But we do have to cut loose. So we'll make sure to go and use that on these guys. Alright, look at that. Just make sure to keep on whittling him down even more. And there we go. Not too shabby there, King. You're still doing well. And there it is, level 9, but no new moves yet. I know that we just went and learned a new move a little while ago known as Sandblast from him. But I still don't really know how exactly we're supposed to go and learn that type of new move to at least start doing that at some point here. Now there are some of these type of mushroom hopping here, which we can't go ahead and do. Now unfortunately I don't think this doesn't really show out with anything. This is kind of like just a dead end at this point in time, but that's alright. But yeah, so that's how the mushroom hopping works. Now there's going to be a much smaller type of mushrooms that are here in the Golden Grove, but you won't be able to go and jump alongside with them yet. So we may probably need some sort of brand new type of spell, or maybe something that will kind of help out in the process of all that that's going to be here. And there we go. There's the other. I want to say this is the second last of the different enemies that are brand new from here. This is the Worker Bumbler.
Watch this.
These are one interesting type of enemies, though. They're like a sunflower mixed in with a bee at the same time. But let's go and start whittling this guy down, and just like that, it's already finished there. Like, that well-rounded sword, I have to say, ever since I bought that over at Ding Dong Dell, is doing some great work that's happening that way. Okay, and after a little bit of some extra time here, there is the last of the new enemies that are going to be here. These guys are known as pom-poms. Now, these guys can be very tricky too. These guys actually do have the poison status, so you want to be careful within there, because they do like to send out some sort of like a poison type of stuff that happens around, like, well, for some sort of like AoE effect. So you don't really want to be around within there for too long from these guys. Alright, so yeah, send it out with all that poison gas there. But either way, I kind of like how they kind of like just deflate right after when you go and kind of just go and take care of them. They're kind of like that one other type of enemy that I think was in Final Fantasy 9, or was it in Mother 2 or Mother 3? I can't really remember, but it was one of those games where like if you go and attack some of those enemies, they just go and just like completely deflate afterwards. Now, this is where I want to say the main type of spot is going to happen, just right around here. And this is where we're going to go and use the Rejuvenate type of spell. Now, we have never really used this yet, because we have went and picked this up, I think, during the time of the Old Father Oak, I think, during the time of the after battle that happened within the Guardian of the Woods. So we're not going to have to go and use this here and see how this is going to work. Now, apparently, for when we go and do this some sort of like rejuvenate spell, this is how we're going to be able to go and see our third of the different familiars that will potentially go and add on into our team, and we could go and see what this familiar is going to be all about probably for next time around. Yeah, so Drippy's going to tell us that we'll have to figure out a way on how this is going to work. Yeah, and by the way, the hatchling of what this egg is going to be all about is going to be somewhat of a fairy type of familiar. Well, let's go put this to the test here, and let's go finally do this. We got ourselves with just only a few more seconds on the clock here before the end of the episode, but we should be able to go and take care of this in no time. Okay, so down we go to all the way down to the rejuvenate. At least this one doesn't have to really worry about any type of MP at all. And just like that, it's starting to hatch. It's like Pokemon out here. Well, not really, but there we go. Well, this seems like a very adorable familiar, and it seems like this fairy actually does like us here. But with all that being said in mind, I think that's going to be about it for our time for this episode. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one of Ni No Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. And of course, peace.